Good afternoon, everybody. It is June 16, 2024. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there and to all the mothers that work both jobs. Okay, so it's really hot here in eastern Kentucky. And let's see, I'm just setting up here, guys. Now, I listened to a YouTube creator called Gunderson Undercover, or New Jersey Exposed. And what he does is he highlights the corruption at first in New Jersey with police officers. And then he started across the country. You know, whenever he gets a news clip or an inside information, because what happens is, and you probably know this, is when a police officer is arrested or charged or goes to prison or whatever, or is, accused of something, it gets pushed under the table, It's not published enough. People are not aware of it. If it happened to you and I, whatever it is that they're doing, if it happened to you and I, it would be posted all over the internet, right? So that's what he does. It's called New Jersey Exposed. So this morning, people are accusing him of being a cop hater. That's not the case. He's just exposing the bad ones. Hey, come forward with the good information. I'm sure he'll be happy to, post that information. But he's basically exposing the bad apples. But there was a question that he posed this morning. It was, what makes a police officer or a law enforcement person good? What makes them a good police officer? What makes them a good cop? So rather than offer my opinion of what I thought that to be, I went to my trusted ChatGPT source. It's actually been recently updated. So it's like new and improved. So this is the new and improved response that I wanted to post here. So I asked ChatGPT, OpenAI, what makes a police officer a good one? This is the response I received. A good police officer embodies a combination of personal qualities, professional skills, and ethical principles. Key attributes that contribute to making a police officer effective and respected include, and here is the list. Okay, so number 1, integrity and honesty. A good officer is trustworthy, upholds the law without bias. You hear that? Without a bias, and maintains high ethical standards. Integrity is crucial for building public trust and credibility. Communication skills. Effective verbal and nonverbal communication are essential for de-escalating, do you hear that keyword? De-escalating situations. Providing clear instructions and interacting with diverse community members. Keyword there is diverse. Not everybody's the same. Not everybody thinks the same. Not everybody acts the same. Not everybody looks the same. Not everybody's the same sex. Nobody is the same religion. It's a diverse community members. So this individual has to have stellar communication skills and interpretation skills and the ability to read body language. Very important, especially in this day of the internet, when there is no body language through the internet, right? We don't see somebody's eyes. We don't see the way they're dressed. We don't smell them. We don't see them not looking at our eyes. So communication skills are really important. Number 3, empathy and compassion. Yes, I kid you not. Empathy and compassion. Understanding and caring about the needs and concerns of the community. Fosters positive relationships and helps officers respond appropriately to sensitive situations. Number 4. Now this is a good one. This is a good one if you've seen any cop videos recently. Number 4, physical fitness and mental resilience. The physical demands of the job require officers to be in good health, while mental resilience helps them cope with the stress and trauma associated with law enforcement work. I mean, the one thing I have to say about the Manalapan Police Department, for the most part, most of those officers are in really tip-top physical condition. Like, they all work out, they're not overweight, and stuff like that. So you know that if push comes to shove, if they've got to chase somebody, that they will have the physical ability to do that. I'm not going to talk about what's going on here in Kentucky, okay? Number 5. Now, this is a good one. Critical thinking and problem solving skills. Really, yes, the ChatGPT says that a good police officer must think critically and have good problem solving skills. Good officers can analyze situations quickly, make sound decisions under pressure, and devise effective solutions to complex problems. Number 6, knowledge of law and procedures. A thorough understanding of laws, rights, and police procedures ensures that officers act legally and appropriately in all situations. 7, community involvement. Engaging with the community, participating in local events, and understanding community dynamics helps officers build trust and effectively serve the public. Number 8, teamwork and collaboration. Policing often involves working closely with other officers, departments, and community organizations. So a good officer values teamwork and can collaborate effectively. Number 9, cultural competence. This is very important. Understanding and respecting cultural differences is vital for interacting positively with diverse populations and avoiding misunderstandings. And this is what happens in very tiny communities where everybody's the same religion, the same morals, same values, lived here forever and ever. There is no cultural competency when somebody from another state with a different background or educational level moves in. Suddenly, you're the bad man out, the bad woman out. So cultural competency is critically important. Now, obviously, in larger cities and towns, there is going to be a lot more cultural, diversity. So police officers on a regular basis will be encountering all different colors of people, religious backgrounds, socioeconomic statuses and stuff. You go to a very small community, there's not a lot of cultural competence. That's my personal opinion, and I'm living it here in eastern rural Kentucky. Number 10, discretion and judgment. Knowing when to enforce the law strictly and when to show leniency requires good judgment. Discretion allows officers to handle situations in a way that maintains public trust and safety. Number 11, adaptability and continuous learning. This is a good one because the longer you're on the police force, I'm sure the laws change and new officers are coming in, have to learn new things, and I think it's really important for people to be updated in the skills for their position. Law enforcement is an ever-evolving field. A good officer is open to new methods, continuous training, and adapting to changes in technology, laws, and community needs. And the technology is changing all the time. Community needs are changing all the time. Unless, of course, they go along to get along and not adapt to a growing community. And all communities across the United States are growing. People are moving out of heavily populated states, cities, and moving to more rural areas. So you got to wake up that people are going to be moving in here and the dynamics will change. And change is good. You're supposed to change. Life is all about growing and change. Number 12, leadership and initiative, taking the lead when necessary. Showing initiative in addressing issues and mentoring junior officers are important leadership qualities. That is, of course, if you've got a good, ethical, moral leader who's going to appropriately mentor a junior officer, right? So a good police officer is not just defined by their ability to enforce the law, but also by their commitment to serving the community with fairness, respect, and dedication. So now, we're going back to the top where integrity and honesty, communication skills. Now, I'm going to ask you guys, please leave a comment down below. Again, this is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading, exposing one criminal at a time, whether they wear a badge or not. In your encounter or encounters with the police, recently, in the past, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, maybe you've got an officer in your family. Maybe you dated one. Maybe you were married to one and divorced them. Like 3 women I know that divorced their cops and then got placed on the watch list. How about that? Talk about revenge, right? Wow, that's really integrous. Dealing with something with compassion and empathy. In your opinion, in your experience, the qualities that I mentioned here, maybe one of them, maybe 3 of them, maybe 5 of them, how many of them have you witnessed, experienced in your encounters with law enforcement, whether it's over the phone, in person, whether it's calling dispatch, whether it's filing an incident report? How many of these qualities in your experience, or maybe the experience of people you know, witnessed these qualities? I'll go through them once again, just really quickly. Integrity and honesty, communication skills, empathy and compassion, physical fitness and mental resilience, critical thinking and problem-solving skills, knowledge of the law and procedures, community involvement. That means the community, not just a select few. Teamwork and collaboration, cultural competence, discretion and judgment, adaptability and continuous learning, leadership, initiative. So a good police officer is not just defined by their ability to enforce the law, but also by their commitment to serving the community with fairness, respect, and dedication. So anyway, that would mean that when you call the sheriff's department or police to file a criminal complaint against someone, a criminal complaint, and then they have the audacity to tell you that it's a civil matter to call the county lawyer, that is not a good officer. Or how about filing an incident report, requesting a copy of it, and then receiving it and it is blank? I'm sure you guys have experienced these atrocities. Or have you watched any of these police officer auditors on YouTube? Lackluster, Here's the Deal, Delete Laws, New Jersey Exposed, Long Island Audit, there's so many. And have you watched the camera footage? I have recently, and let me tell you, I'm 65 years old, but I am in better physical condition than some of the women cops on recent videos I saw that probably need to lose 30 or 40, maybe even 50 pounds. I shudder at the thought of them having to run a block. And then with all the equipment on them, that equipment alone's got to weigh 15 pounds. I don't know, maybe 10, 12 pounds. The belt, the weapon, it's got to weigh a lot. So they've got that on top of their clothing, on top of their physical body weight. And this is why I believe that some of these officers are not in good shape. So they're very quick to draw their pepper spray or their taser, because there's no way that they're going to be able to run after this person. If the person just takes off, like you got a little skinny guy, he's going to be able to shoot across the yard a lot faster than some of these officers. That's just what I have viewed. I could be wrong, I mean, there could be a lot of people. I mean, I've seen some dancers who are quite overweight that can move like really well. So maybe this is like a value judgment on my part, but I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. What makes a good police officer? Did ChatGPT leave something out? Please leave a comment down below. Hit the thumbs up. Please share if you feel inclined to do so. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading, signing off for now.